Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Guzzy and this is Chat with Guzzy. Please if you're here to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about the Big Brother Mzansi, Big Brother Titans and BBN. Yes, so stay tuned. Now let's start off with the BBM, that's the Big Brother Mzansi. Yes, they released their votes. So I'm here to gist you guys on how it went and basically who had the biggest fan base. Remember a few days ago, Liema had come out to say, now you guys know who has the biggest fan base. Yes, and this was before the voting lines were, the voting polls were released. And I had said that probably when the voting polls are released, we'll actually get to know who has the biggest fan base. And people will stop feeling it was a shade or anything like that when another housemate will come out and say, okay, I'm the one with the biggest fan base. So now let's get right into it. So for the week one where Mitch was head of house and Samiem got the immunity, yes, the same week that Bravo B was disqualified and Mali was definitely the first person to be evicted, how the votes went where Bravo B got the highest of 18.57, followed by Z, who got 12.78, followed by Liema with 11.67, Yolanda with 9.31, Sinaye 9.09, Makeke 6.74, then Lerato with 4.76, Chiwenza 4.57, Umpumi 3.57, Willie 3.47, followed by Els with 2.97, Young Papi 2.81, Papagos 2.60, Jared 2.28, Mac Jr. 1.96, and Pale 1.55, Mele 0.68, Mali 0.64, which made Mali to leave. Now, from this round one, you can see that the person with the highest was Bravo B. Unfortunately, he was disqualified. And after Bravo B, you can see that it's Z that had the next highest. So they were the two topping in the week one. Now we go over to the week two where Neo the disruptor was the head of house and the week where Sammy M was the one that was evicted. Yes. Now from this we could see that Z had the highest. She was the top person in the house, followed by Umpumi. Now Z had 39.15%, Umpumi had 26.59%, Papagos had 13.9%, Larato had 11.98%, and Sammy M had 9.19%. Now, this was for the week two, for the housemates that were up. We can still see that Z was one of the top contenders week one, week two, because week one she was the second because Bravo B had been evicted, so she became the top in week two. For week three, there was no voting. This was when the disruptors left the house. Now, week four, this was when Pale was evicted. Yes, and the likes of Liema, Pele, Papa Ghost, Yolanda, they were up. Now, Z was not up. Now, for this particular vote, we could see that Liema ranked higher than Yolanda. I feel this was when people started basically getting their favorites. Yes. Now, Liema basically had 33.34%, Yolanda 28.81%, Mitch 14.25%, Larato 9.70%, Papagos 9.39%, and Pale 4.51%. At this point now, for those that were up, Liema was leading, then Yolanda was behind her. Week 5 was a non-voting week, so nobody voted. Now, week 6 was when Willie became the head of house, and the likes of Jared, Makeke, them were up. This was basically the week that Chiwenza said goodbye. Yes, this was the week that Chiwenza, Malay, Taki, and Mitch, that was the people that were evicted that week. That was when we had 4 evictions. Now, how did the voting go? We saw Yolanda topping Liema. Yes. Now, at this point in time, Yolanda had topped Liema. Yolanda had 20.15%, Liema 19.37%, Mac Jr. 17.74%, Z 10.86%, Makeke 9.96%, Papagos 6.53%. If you can look at this first this thing, you will see that Yolanda and Liema's percentage were not far off. However, it was a 0 point something percent. However, Yolanda had passed Liema at this point. Well, we had Sinaye 5.93%, Mitch 5.28%, Taki 1.85%, and Melee 1.27%. And this four, that's from Mitch, Taki, Melee, Chiwenza were evicted as Chiwenza had 1.06%. Now, week 7 was the week that Umpumi became head of house. Yes, that was the week that had the Jerry, Liema, else them up for eviction, and that was the same week that else and Jared left the house. Yes, now for that very week, Yolanda topped the poll again, and this time around she topped with a wild margin. Yes, Yolanda had 33.64%, Liema had 19.50%, Mark Jr. had 18.53%, Makeke 12.90%, Naye 8.20%, Larato 3.73%, and then we had the Jared 2.42% and else 1.08%. Now, at this particular stage, you can say that Yolanda had topped the poll greatly. Yes, you could say that people that really voted for her really turned up. And at this point in time, she was the one with the biggest what's it called, the biggest fan base. Now, week 8 was when we had Larato evicting herself with the fate room, yes, where she spinned and got evicted. And this was the same week that Yolanda got disqualified. Yes, so basically, if she was still around, she would have definitely topped the poll, because it seemed like from the previous week she was rooted in the game, because her difference from Liema was now much. However, she was evicted and Liema now topped the poll. And we had Liema with 31.85%, Naye 21.94%, Umpumi 21.80%, Z 16.92%. This was Z that was the second most voted for, had dropped badly. We now had Willie with 3.99%, Young Papi with 3.50%. And as we know, this was when Young Papi had gone home. Now, week 9 was when Willie was evicted. Yes, this was the same week that Liema had taken the check of 250 Rand and had been evicted from the show. Yes, so Mark Jr. had topped the poll with 28.47%, Makeke 28.31%, Z 16.07%, Sinaye 15.56%, Umpumi 9.97%, Willie 1.62%. And the last week was the finale, and we all know how that went. Now, looking at everything, you could see that Bravo B had the biggest fan base from week 1. However, he was disqualified, and that the biggest fan base thing moved to Z. Now, Z's fans and all that has slacked and people got their bearing. And then we moved over to Liema having the biggest fan base. Now, from Liema, it had moved to Yolanda. Yolanda had the biggest fan base until she was disqualified, and then Liema had the biggest fan base. Now, if you look at it, if you ask me, between Liema and Yolanda, who had the biggest fan base, I would say Yolanda had the biggest fan base. Now, when Yolanda was disqualified, I personally feel like Yolanda's people did not feel the need to put in much effort. Now, Liema, definitely, when Yolanda was disqualified, Liema took up the reins. Now, when Liema was evicted from the show, we then saw how Liema came up to campaign basically for Mark Jr. Now, Mark Jr. also had his own people. Mark Jr. had his people, then with the support of Liema's people, and I feel Makeke too, with the support of Yolanda's people, the results turned out the way it did. Now, if you ask me, amongst these two ladies who have the biggest fan base, I would say Yolanda. After Yolanda is Liema. But what do you think? How do you see these results? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, let's talk about the trending topic that has got everybody talking. Now, I don't understand how you do a show and you come up as an organizer, you come up as a sponsor, and to pay is problem. Now, some people are saying, why are these housemates dragging, especially Phyna, that why are they dragging the organizers of the show and the sponsors? That they are basically biting the hands that feed them. Well, I don't see it that way at all. Now, let's start from the origin of the talk. It started with Justin. Basically, Justin had tweeted, he had said, imagine sponsoring new shows when you still owe people money. Scammers will still be scamming. And this had gotten a lot of reactions. Now, Jenny O had replied him saying, Lamo, man, contract is over, let everyone speak. She went on to continue. The politics that was even done in the house was a lot. I don't even know which was worse, during or after the show. Now, Justin had replied saying, I'm looking for podcast equipment as we speak. I'm about to talk my talk. And Jenny O had commented saying, they are lucky I've given my life to Christ. If not, I would have swore for all of them with the crying emoji. Now, for me, I don't feel it's right as a sponsor, you come on a show and say you want to sponsor. And then people kill themselves to memorize things, to do your activities, and they win and you end up don't paying them. For me, it does not make sense. And for me, I don't feel it's bad the housemates are calling them out. Because if you don't call them out, this is how they will keep cheating people. Because as far as I'm concerned, it is cheating. Sponsors can as well do their tax without putting monetary rewards. Or they can reduce the sum. Nobody is telling them to put a huge sum that they cannot afford at the end of the day. Well, Nana had commented saying, I'm going to mention some brand's name by tomorrow because they need to pay up. How about 1 year after show and you guys haven't paid? It's not fair. Basically, it's not fair. I agree completely with Nana. Now, it was not only Nana that had something to say. Even Yvonne came along saying, oh boy, all I know is only Pepsi, Aquafina, and Bamboo are the only brands that pay. Meaning all other brands, what's happening with you people now? Now, Phyna had also spoken. However, she did not speak under what Justin has said. She had done her own tweet. She had said, new show with laughing face, winner of season 7, no see all her prizes and money. With the money bag and laughing, well, let me mind my business before them go talk, say, I don't they bite their hand. It is well. Now, with this post, for me, she did not say her prize money. It could be what I read from, like what I inferred from her post, especially with other people's posts, is that it's not all the brands that had paid. That was what I got from what she has said. However, Ilebaye now did a live, and on the live, someone had asked her if she had gotten her prize money, and she had said yes, that she had gotten her prize money, and it's the fact and all that. What's her name too? Khosi had also come to affirm that she had gotten her prize money and all that. And Phyna was being blasted. Yes, plenty people had a lot to say about how she was trolling the people that had fed her and all that, people that had basically given her things and made her who she is today. For me, I don't feel like she did anything bad. Basically, I don't feel like she is dragging BBN. I feel like she is dragging the sponsors, not the organizers. These two personalities, I feel, are two different individuals. Now, there are two different corporations, the organizers and the sponsor. However, they work together. Now, as a sponsor come on board and say, okay, advertise for me. I'm going to do this. The people are going to do this. Organizers organize the show and basically get the prize money for the winner. Now, Phyna did not come out to say that she has not gotten the prize money. So I don't see where all this is coming from. And for me, I feel like if you've not paid me and I've done something to require you paying me, you have to pay me. It is my right to cry out, me that I'm bereaved. It is my right to voice out that I am bereaved. Well, with all the drags and others coming to say they have been paid, blah, 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 Phyna had something else to say. With this tweet, it can be inferred that she was talking to Ilebaye and Khosi. Now, she had said, them girls, take a chill pill. I'm happy you all got your money in full according to you. Sim, I'm being cheated on then. Women supporting women in the mud. I believe I should at least get what I worked so hard for 72 days. You all suddenly remember your alert screenshots and IG life. Come on. One among others is one Bitcoin, which is over 80 million in today's market. Let's pause here. Do you guys expect Phyna to keep quiet when she has not gotten 80 million? Are you people joking? If it's you, will you be quiet? Let's stop telling people to take what we ourselves, if we are in that shoe, cannot take. Then she went on to say, to those who got their money in full, I'm happy for you. As poor man pikin, make I ask for my money and things will remain. Now, from this her post, you could tell that the initial prize money, she got it. However, the prize money is not the only thing you get as a winner. You get trip, you get Bitcoin and the rest. Now, she has not gotten her Bitcoin and you guys expect that she just keeps quiet. Things are not done that way. A closed mouth, they say, is a closed destiny. So she should keep quiet and not get her benefits and all. And yet, you people that will keep dragging her and keep hating her for the role she played in the house will keep it up. Whereas that role got her to win and she has not gotten the dividend of that win. Come on now. Let's be honest with ourselves. If it were you or it were your family members, would you be quiet and would you be okay being quiet? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all I have for you guys on this particular video. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Bye, guys.